guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy New Year. Let's get into the difference between oil pulling versus mouthwash. So first of all, what is oil pulling? All the studies that I read about have used coconut oil or sesame oil, swishing it around your mouth the same way you do mouthwash, except you're going to make it more a part of your routine because you need to do it for around 20 minutes each time that you do it. So what it does is it pulls out all the excess bacteria out of your mouth, and we could have up to 700 different types of bacteria living at our mouth at one time. So that's leading to some of these bacteria, excess tooth decay or rapid tooth decay, bad breath, thick coating on your tongue, and gum diseases, gingivitis. So both mouthwash and oil pulling have been shown to reduce those bacteria in half. So they both can be very beneficial, and I'm going to get into one versus the other so you can decide which one would work best for you. Okay, so I'm going to go over my list of benefits. So in addition to pulling out the toxins and the bacteria from your mouth, which is what the oil does, the oil moisturizes your gums, and this increases your saliva production. Your saliva production helps keep the bacteria at bay, so it's going to continue working throughout the day. Number two, the two big things that I've seen from other YouTubers that are using coconut oil for oil pulling is teeth whitening. You can see results in as little as 1 week, and getting rid of infections. So if you keep having cavities, or you had a root canal, or you got a cap and something, and you can taste or like smell the bad breath in your mouth, then this is supposed to also naturally get rid of the infection without antibiotics, because a lot of time we don't even know that it is an infection up there that's causing the bad breath. So I thought that was really cool. Number three, it can clear sinuses. If you try it and that works for your sinuses, let me know. One study found that sesame oil is just as effective as chlorhexidine, abbreviation CHX. And I want you to remember that because we're going to talk about that again. That is a prescription mouthwash that you have to get from your dentist if you have bad breath. So oil pulling is as effective as CHX in as little as 2 weeks. Same results. The over-the-counter mouthwash is good for reducing the bacteria by 50%. The oil pulling does the same, reduces bacteria by 50% in as little as 2 weeks. So why not just get a prescription or use mouthwash over the oil pulling? I'll tell you why. Okay, so number one is the synthetic dyes and flavors that are in mouthwash. You are more likely to develop some type of head or neck cancer from these synthetic dyes and flavors, these synthetic chemicals, than you are from oil pulling or somebody who doesn't use mouthwash at all. So, number two, there is an ingredient called SLS, which causes the foaming effect that feels really good when you're rinsing out with mouthwash. That causes canker sore outbreaks. So if you have canker sores or you're prone to outbreaks and maybe you don't know what's causing them all the time, if you're using mouthwash that has SLS in it, that could be a big contributing factor. You're also not supposed to use it if you have a compromised immune system. So if you are going through chemotherapy, you're not supposed to be using mouthwash. Oil pulling, however, is completely safe. Number three, alcohol in mouthwash causes xerostomia, dry mouth. This does the opposite effect of what oil pulling does. So oil pulling moisturizes your mouth, producing saliva, which fights off the bacteria. The alcohol in the mouthwash does the opposite effect. That makes you gives you the impression, oh, my mouth feels so clean because it's like dry now and it has that minty taste. That causes decay faster because now you have dry mouth, you don't have that saliva fighting off the bacteria. So you just have to continue doing it more to keep that bacteria at bay. So it's one of those things where it might feel good at the moment, but in the long run, it's probably going to be better to switch to oil pulling for that extra saliva production. Number 4, the most common side effect of mouthwash is that ingredient, CHX, that you can get the prescription from your dentist. The most common side effect of that ingredient is temporary teeth staining. So yeah, it's only temporary, but temporary is a long time if it's a day like you're gonna be taking photos, a wedding day, you just plan on smiling at people, like you're gonna feel self-conscious about having any kind of teeth staining. So it's literally the opposite effect. You can whiten your teeth with oil pulling, or you can stain your teeth. Well, risk the chance of staining your teeth, even if it is temporary. If you have a mouthwash that has that CHX in it. So those side effects are the main reasons why I think that oil pulling is probably safer and more effective than mouthwash. You may not be experiencing any of those bad side effects, or maybe you don't know that you're experiencing it. But if you do know anyone who's experiencing it, share this video with them, because maybe they don't know that that's why they're having a problem. And I know 20 minutes sounds like a really long time, but if you just make it a part of your routine when you're making your bed in the morning, or while you're doing your makeup, or while you're doing your hair, whatever, folding clothes, like you don't have to do it right after you brush your teeth. It's actually, I heard, recommended to do it as soon as you wake up, before you drink anything, brush your teeth, or anything. So it's not like mouthwash where you have to do it right after you brush your teeth. You can find time in your day or twice a day to just do it, and you leave it in your mouth. You let it sit to pull everything out. You can swish it around a little bit, but you don't want to be swishing it like you would mouthwash, because mouthwash is really quick and your cheeks and everything will get tired really fast. That's not even necessary for it to do its job. So if you're using mouthwash and you have increased canker sores, bleeding gums with use, dry mouth, stained teeth, or a compromised immune system, you could switch to oil pulling and see if you notice any differences. Mouthwash does help with freshening breath, reducing gingivitis, and reducing plaque, but so does oil pulling, and you don't have to risk those other negative side effects. So anybody can try anything for 30 days. Give it a try. Let me know in the comments what you think, what changes you noticed, and how long it took to notice those changes. And just let me know in the comments, or you can find me on Instagram or TikTok at loving_herbs. Remember to share this video, like it, and subscribe, please. I have a lot of great tips to help you go natural for the new year. And also, I just wanted to point out, so coconut oil comes as a solid. Unless it's hot, then it'll be liquid. I just use a little spoonful, about this much. Put it in your mouth, let it melt. It might take some getting used to. It's a little thick. It's obviously going to be thicker than a mouthwash, but after a couple of times, you'll be used to the feeling, and you will notice that it does start to feel good. So good luck, cheers, and let me know.